Of course.
Because I don't want to be
Yes, sir.
Okay, ready?
Sir.
All right. So your evolution is outward, inward swinging door, forcing entry into it. Okay, we have 2 door props. You guys are going to split in half. 4 here, 4 there, right? You have 8 total. Okay, so 4 and 4. Okay. This right here is what? Outward or inward?
Outward.
Why?
Hinges.
Hinges are exposed, right? So every time you come to this evolution, what you're going to do is you're going to go, I'm checking my PPEs, I'm checking my partner's PPEs. Okay. Once you check PPEs, I'm going to size up my door. My door is outward swinging because I see the hinges are exposed, right? I'm going to come up to my door. I'm going to do a heat check from bottom to top with the back of my gloved hand. And then once I've done that, I'm going to try before I pry, right? And that's it. That's your first section, okay? For the outward swinging door. You're going to do the exact same thing for the inward swinging door when it comes to time for your test as well. So for outward swinging door, what you're going to do is you're going to have 2 people. It's going to be Halligan and axe person, okay? For an outward swinging door, you're going to come up with your Halligan. You're going to use this part of your Halligan, which is called the adze end, okay? We're not going to use the horn at all, just the adze and the fork end for these 2 evolutions, okay? So when you come up to your outward swinging door, you're going to come here and you're going to get your purchase point with your adze end, okay? It didn't get set very well, but what we want to do is set it so that this is flush, okay? But for right now, this is how we're going to do it. You're going to come here, you're going to get your purchase point with your adze end, okay? Once I have a purchase point like this, you're going to have your axe person is going to come up. You're going to tell them to prepare to strike. Okay, when you come down, I want you to be right here in line with this. Okay, down on one knee. And I want the head of the axe straight up and down, just like that. Okay, and when I say strike, he's going to hit it 1 time. So strike. Okay, now that's the command. Strike, he hits it once. Then I can readjust my tool as needed, right? If I tell him to drive, he's going to keep hitting it until I tell him to stop, right? So strike is once, drive is continuous, okay? Now, if you guys look inside of this purchase point, you'll see, here's your purchase point. Inside there, there's basically that piece of metal that keeps me from going any further in there, right? So if I'm here and I just keep telling him to drive and I don't move that, it's just gonna keep hitting it into that piece of metal and it's not gonna go anywhere. So if you wanna get it any deeper purchase point, you have to pull this tool towards you, okay? Get it so that it's past that piece of metal, and then when he strikes it, it'll go further in, right? But for this evolution, the outward swinging door, you don't need a lot of purchase point, okay? So once I have it where I want it, I'm gonna tell him to clear out. That means that's your indication to get out of the way. And all you're gonna do is pull this towards you, okay? And then once you have it here, you're just gonna break it over, okay? Once you get it popped open, try not to freaking hurt myself. Okay. At this point, it's basically open. Okay, and once you have it popped open completely, all I want you guys to do is come around here and control your door and shut it, okay? If we don't shut our door after we open it, then what's gonna happen? Okay. So if I open this and I just let it swing open and I'm just chilling right here, you just open this door, you created a flow path. Either fire's going to be here already, and it's going to suck oxygen in, and it's going to make the fire build even more, or fire's in a different part of the house, and now it draws it towards this opening, right? So for your tests, I just want you guys to make sure that once you pop this open, that you control it, okay? And also put more aggression into it than I did. I'm trying not to hurt myself, but for you guys, I want you guys to be there, and I want you guys to like actually put some weight into it, be aggressive, try to pop it open in one go, right? Okay, so that's your outward swinging door. Questions? Okay, inward swinging door. This one's a little bit more difficult, okay? On this one, you're gonna use your fork end. You're gonna come in, same thing applies, right? PPE is size up the door, no hinges, inward swinging, checking for heat, try before I pry, all that stuff, okay? You're gonna come in with your fork end, okay? You want the curve of the fork going towards this side of the door, towards this door frame right here. Okay. The reason for that is because when I get my purchase point in here, I want that fork end to be able to grab and force it open like this, right? If I have it this way and I go to do it, what's going to happen?
Slide out.
I'm going to do this way and it's just going to slide out. Or I'm going to go like this. Some guys will put it in and try to force it this way. You're just pushing the door into the door jamb, right? So remember, fork end towards the door jamb, in like this, okay? Once I have it here and I get my initial purchase point, I'm going to tell my axe person to set the gap. Okay, what that means is you're going to come up here and you're going to jam your blade of your axe into that gap. Okay, so once he has it there, then I can take this and get a better purchase point potentially, right? Okay. Once I'm there, I'm going to tell him, okay, I'm good, and I'm going to tell him to prepare to strike. Same thing. Okay, he's going to be right here. I'm going to get this lined up where I want it to be. One strike is one hit. Okay. Drive is multiple until you tell him to stop. So go ahead and strike once. Okay. Now, everybody come take a look at this real quick. Get a good visual look at it and then move out of the way so everyone else can see it. You want the fork to get past the door jamb like it is right now. Okay? Once the fork is past the door jamb, when I go to pry it, it's going to grab the other side and slip it out. So when you see it, hopefully that makes sense to you. If you need to see it, you can too. So when I go to pry this open, it's going to grab that side of the door jamb like it is right there, right? See that? If I don't get it far enough in, it's just going to slip out. So once I'm here, I'm just going to pry this. Okay. And that's about as far as I'm going to get, because eventually I'm going to run out of room, right? Because I can only go so far. Once I have it there, flip my tool around, put the adze end in, and then use that to pop it, right? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
For the sake of saving my body. Is there any questions? Okay, the only other thing is once you pop this, is control it just like you did the outward swinging door. Okay, we're gonna pop it open, and then you can turn your Halligan around and grab it with the adze end and control it this way, same way, right? If you pop open an inward swinging door, especially if it tends to be a lighter door, it can swing in rapidly, and then you're not going to get it back, right? Because potentially heavy smoke, heavy fire, whatever is coming out of this. So it's important that once you pop this open, you control it right away. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay. So the only difference is I want you guys to be aggressive. Try to pop it. Use your body weight. However you feel comfortable. Just be careful. Don't hurt yourselves. Remember to do your PPE check. Size up your door. Tell me where the hinges are, or if there are no hinges. Inward, outward swinging, checking for heat, try before you pry, and then just go right into it, okay? If there's any questions throughout like the time you guys are here, let me know. I'll be bouncing back between the two doors, split up, groups of 4, 2 at a time. Make sure your goggles are on. Outside of that, is there anything else? Any questions? Pretty straightforward?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So go ahead and reset this one. 4 of you over there, 4 of you here. And you guys can start going to work.